Hi. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Neely. I live in Tel Aviv. I'm originally from America. I moved here about almost 3 years ago for a lot of different reasons, but we'll get to that later. So the reason why I'm starting this YouTube channel is because I've had a lot of series of events that led me to this point in my life where I'm on this mission to find my voice, okay? To rediscover who I am, to rediscover what I'm passionate about, and to really understand what it is I want. Like, what's the purpose of life? What's the meaning of it? And a lot of things are starting to test me, and I find that every day there's a new test, and I'm trying to find meaning from everything that's going on in my life right now. So I'm gonna start with the most recent thing that I'm going through, and it's a mix between like something very beautiful and something hard, and I'm really trying to stay positive, and I'll get to like what's going on. So basically, I went through a breakup that really like was hard for me to go through. But through that process, like I already knew for a long time that I wanted a dog, and it was just a matter of like finding the right time, and like I didn't know where I was gonna live, and like what exactly I wanted. I thought I wanted like a poodle mix or something. But as I was looking at dogs and just seeing like what's out there and walking around the streets, like I knew I wanted one, and I knew I wanted to rescue one, not buy one. And I fell in love with huskies. I don't know what it is about them, but I just fell in love, and I was really stuck on a husky. And I was going to animal shelters and looking and looking and looking, and I wasn't finding what I wanted, like the dog that clicked for me. And my parents were coming to visit me in Tel Aviv, and my dad said, he was actually really supportive of it, and he's like, just wait, I'm gonna come with you, we're gonna find you the dog, it's okay. But I don't know what drew me on about like almost a month ago. I was walking home from the gym, like on my bike / walking, whatever, not the point. And there's this park that every Friday, all these dogs are out for adoption and foster care. And I actually always try to like avoid walking by there because I fostered a dog from there, and it was like a nightmare. And the organization, they lie a lot, and they're not the best organization. Like they're trying to do something good, but they're crazy. So anyway, something though like drew me. I don't know what it was, but I decided to walk by it. And the first dog that I saw was this beautiful husky, like captivating. Like she was just sitting there, like tall and poised, like just waiting for someone to take her home. And all the dogs around her were like barking and growling and jumping. And I just looked at her and I was like, this is mine. Like this, I need to take her home. Like she has to be my home. I can give her all the love that she needs. And she was really, really skinny. Okay, huskies are like big dogs, like meaty and like big. And she is maybe like 1 or 2 years old. And she weighed, when I took her, 12 kilos. And the only thing that they could tell me that was wrong with her was like, they're like, well, her gums are very white. They don't know anything about her. And they told me that I need to give her doxycycline because they don't know what's going on with her. But that's it. And that she needs like to eat, obviously. She's really skinny. And they told me to take her to this vet that they work with after the weekend because it was a Friday. So I'm like, okay. So I brought her home, and she was so sweet. Like all she wanted to do, I mean, she's so malnourished. So all she wanted to do was like sleep and everything. And then that following Sunday, I took her to the vet that they sent me to, and I bring her in, and they do this examination. And the first thing that they say to me, the first and only thing, first of all, they didn't even take my information down, nothing. Like they didn't take her name, not anything at all. They tell me that she has a really high fever, tons of infections, and to please keep her away from all other dogs. So to like leave the vet. And I'm like, but wait, like what can she have? And she goes, Klavlevet. And I'm like, what does that mean? And she's like, do you really want me to tell you? And I just started crying, like bawling, because I was like, I only could think of the worst. So I left, and the next morning I was on a mission to find another vet. So I took her to a vet by my apartment in Florentine, who immediately when they saw Luna, by the way, her name is Luna. Originally I was going to call her Bella, and I walked into the house, and my sister was home, and she's like, Luna! And so I'm like, okay, Luna's her name. It's the perfect name for her. And she has like a little crescent onto her forehead. I'll show you guys her a little bit later. She's resting now. Luna, you have to get better. You're the cutest. Luna, look at me. Look at me. Show me your big blue eyes. Luna. Oh, baby. We have to get better. We have to. Luna, you're gonna be okay. You just need lots of love. And just be very, very, very strong. But anyways, so I took her to another vet and immediately they hospitalized her. She needed an IV. She needed a blood transfusion immediately. They said she might have cleft, which is distemper, but they don't know for sure. And they have to run all these blood tests and everything. So it became the week of like hell, literally. Like every day I didn't know what was happening. She was being quarantined, but like she hated being in there. It was like being in a cage. So I would literally come and sit with her every single day for like hours in her cage and just play with her because she was like very attached. I mean, we got attached very fast. Are you awake, Luna? Baby. Baby Luna. I know you're not feeling good and it's been a really rough week, Luna, but we're gonna get you better with some blood. Okay, I know it's hard to see, but you're such a good baby. You really are. Right, Luna? Luna, everybody loves you and is waiting for you to be strong so that you can play. And everyone that meets you says that you touch their soul and you're so special and you just have to get strong. Okay, everybody's been offering to help you and just sending lots and lots of love. So that was like the first week. And then she was on a lot of antibiotics and she needed another blood transfusion because she was so severely anemic. And by the way, through all this, like the organization just like didn't care anymore. Like they didn't even like help me, nothing. Like they were supposed to bring me one blood transfusion and I don't know what happened, but she didn't. So like obviously I paid for it because what else am I gonna do? Luna needs it. And then when I asked the woman, I'm like, what happened to the rest of the blood? Because I need more blood for Luna. She's like, do you actually need the blood? And I'm like, of course I need the blood. She's like, literally, she's like so anemic, like she won't make it. So then the woman, I had to like drag her to get the blood from the blood bank. So she brought the blood. Anyways, basically fast forward, one of the vets that Luna was like seeing wasn't feeling so optimistic about her condition. And Luna wasn't really eating, okay? She's very malnourished. And the woman told me basically like, it's becoming the end. And I was like, I can't take this. I can't take it for an answer. Like, there's no way. Like, she wags her tail when she sees me. So everyone told me to go to this other vet, Danit, on Shankin and Melchett, for anyone who's looking for an amazing vet. And I brought her immediately to Danit. And Danit looked at her and said, no, she can survive. Like, they've seen dogs with distemper and Luna is not in that same condition. Like, she can make it, she's strong, and we can fight through this. Before we like go on and I start talking about the next set of treatments, I just wanted to show you guys what the second vet had her. All the antibiotics that actually like didn't help her at all, maybe made her worse in some ways. Okay, we have Pramine, we have Flegio. These were eye drops. Don't know how to say these, whatever. Phenamixine, Ufladox, and Augmentine. This was a ton of stuff, and this is on top of 2 blood transfusions, okay, IVs, tons of different things that were given when she was hospitalized. Let's just say that it was really hard to even give her the antibiotics considering she wasn't eating at all. So like I had to learn how to put it down her throat. There was a lot of like fighting against taking antibiotics, but I know she needed it. But in the end, honestly, like she wasn't getting any better from them. They were giving her nausea, causing more diarrhea. Probably the reason why she had no appetite was from all these antibiotics. Which I didn't know because I'm not a vet and I'm looking towards the vet for, the best possible treatment or support that I can give Luna. So poor girl was on so many different antibiotics that, and also she was taking a probiotic, obviously, because like think about all the damage it's doing to her stomach.